What happens next after Black Lives Matter stops trending? What's next when the protests start to dwindle? When economies open up and people return to their daily lives and the movement is no longer at the forefront, what is next? What's next? Reform.
Reimagining what this world looks like starts from the ground up. We're talking about education reform, we're talking about police reform, we're talking about reforming the justice system. It's wrong to have one school dedicated to white people and white children in their upbringing, where they have all the resources that they need to succeed. They have all the professors and teachers that they need to succeed, and they're set on a track for greatness. And you go just a couple blocks down, maybe across the train tracks, and there's a black school where teachers are struggling. Classrooms are overfilled. They don't have the resources, the computers, the books to be on that same track for success. That's just the infrastructure of education. Now let's get into the actual education, the curriculum, right?
We need vast educational reform. The way in which our kids are educated, we do an excellent job at muzzling people. We claim to be a democracy, but we don't teach democracy to our children. How do you live in a racist country as an educator and you don't have to take coursework on how to reduce your own bias?
And so in my daily life, I have to actively fight it. Whether it's fighting against these metal detectors in my school, or challenging my history teacher for just teaching us something from a textbook, or challenging a teacher who doesn't even think that they're being racist, but the ideas that they're teaching are racist.
It has been easy over the years to defund the education system. When we say defund police, everyone gets into their fragility. Oh, they get real, but I want you to think about who's getting into that feeling of fragility. The folks who use the police as an arm of white supremacy, the folks who use it as their own personal security force, the Karens of the world.
The police force, if we want to talk about how it started as a slave patrol where they would take suspected runaway slaves and bring them back to their initial owners, whether they be in the South or in the North. And so what the police force is a tool used by the ruling class to enforce the racist laws that they have put in place.
The police don't need a $6 billion budget for new military spyware, for a tank that's gonna roll down the boulevard. The police don't need these toys. And they especially don't need them if they're gonna continue to hurt and harm their community that they're supposed to serve.
So when we say defund, we simply mean divert funds other places. We mean reimagine what that could be.